Welcome back to my channel Conquer the Fear. In this video, we are going to discuss about very common and a practical problem often asked in a Java interview questions, especially if you are a junior, mid-level or an experienced candidate. Now in this video, we are going to look into the real interview coding questions asked in one of the interview of Ultimetric. So the person attended, it was a round one interview. So after asking all the basics questions with respect to Java, he was asked to write a program on number of occurrences and what are the count for that particular strings available in the array list. So he was asked to write a Java program, whether it was Java 8 or whether it was Java normal. It depended on the interview. So it asked him to write that particular program. Now let's try to achieve this particular program using the traditional approach, that is using the pre-Java 8 approach. So I'm going to create a class over here that is going to be the string count traditional. Now in this class, I'm going to write the main method first. Now in order to run this particular program, I need to have the first take the input of it. So I will need all these strings of list. So I'm going to maintain the list of strings over here. Now I'm going to make use of the array list over here to store them. Now if you take a look at this, it is asking for an import. Now many times what happens, the interviewer might ask you to write this in your on an online compiler. So in that case, you need to be well aware of this particular imports, because you sometimes you write this particular code but you don't know the imports of that. So make sure you have this noted down, so that whenever you're trying to write on the online compiler, this will give you an edge over there and you can easily compile and write that particular program. Now moving on to the adding this particular list over here. So I'm trying to add all the elements over here. Now let's say I'm trying to add some fruits over here, that is apple. Now if you take a look at this, I'm trying to just add those. So let's say I'm trying to add banana, then I'm going to add again an apple, and then let's say orange, then grapes. So I think the spelling is wrong over here. Then let's add grape, and then I'm just writing a pomegranate in a short form. So here if you see, there are three of them which is added of them, that is apple, banana, orange, grapes, pomo. So let me remove one of this just to make the simplicity. Here what I'm trying to do is that first let me print this list so that you are well aware of it, how it is printing, before we apply any logic on it. So here if you try to run this particular program, you will be able to see, though there are duplicate elements inside it, it will store that in the same order and the duplicate. So as list is not going to remove any duplicate element, it is going to maintain the insertion order as well as the duplicate, so that it will store that. Now here I wanted to get an understanding of a number of counts. So just for making you all understand, let me add the pomo one. Here also let me add it over here, then let me add grape one more time. Okay, now here the very first thing, as we told, how is like we'll count the approaches. Approach is that you will use the count first, then what we'll do, we will sort it and then display it. So this should be your high level approach of solving it. Now in order to do that, what we have to do, we have to first create. Now as the question is about maintaining the number of occurrences for that particular fruits, and then the number of occurrences inside it, right? So the count and the sorting order has to be maintained over here. So here in order to store this, like will be making use of an HashMap over here to store this. So we'll make use of map, which is one of the key value implementation. So here what we'll do, we'll add string and the integer. So I need a string count over here, so that's my map over here. Now here actually you can have this particular diamond operator implicitly. It is going to be assigning, so it is going to infer from this. So that is one of the latest features which has been introduced. Now in this, what I will do, I will make use of the for loop over here for this particular list. Okay, so here string of list, as it is a string of list, I'm trying to iterate it from over there. Now here what I will do, I will try to put those elements inside this. Now what is the first key, right? So key here is we need to put the string, and then I wanted to get the count of it. So what I will do, from this particular this string, I will try to get that particular element from that. Okay, so string counts, sorry, not from here, the string client I'm trying to get over here. Now there is a method which is going to get that whether it is there or not. Now this one will always, give you the object if it is there or present or not. If it is not there, it will that. Now here actually there is another method which we can make use of it instead of writing a duplicate logic over here. So here you can actually check if it is already there. If it is not there, it is going to insert a duplicate, a new fresh value with a default value, and then if it is already present, it will increment with one of them. So let's say earlier we had iterated, so we found that, let's say the apple was already inserted. So if it is there, it will take that particular value and increment it, or else if it is not there for the first time, it will directly insert that. So this is what exactly the get or default value will be inserted. The default value will be 0 over here, the count. Now as we got this, now let's try to print this. So let me try to print this and run it for you. Always try to sort this particular problem in a chunk by chunk, not at once, because it might be a problem to understand where you went wrong. So always follow your approach first, then only you try to do the implementation. Now whatever we have got over here, we'll again try to sort it now. Now in order to sort this, what we have to do, we need to have the particular, again, a list of that particular entry. So here I will be creating a list of that particular map over here, entry, and then I'm going to take string and then the integer. Okay, so here I will take this. I will tell you why I'm trying to write this particular solution for you, but because I wanted this particular thing to be in a sorted order, so I'm making use of it, sorted map over here, sorted entries, I would say. So it is going to be the new array list. So here actually you have to give that particular entry sets over here. So you have to get the entry sets over here. So all the key would be coming over here inside this. So here actually the list, I've added it over here. Now if you see here, now let's try to sort this now. What we'll do, we'll make use of the collection.sort method. So this is one of the way to convert or sort this. Okay, we'll make use of the comparator over here. So what we'll do, inside this I will pass the sorted entries over whatever we have created now. Now in this, what we will do, we'll actually try to add a comparator over here, and we'll try the implementation over here. So here you see the compare method, the implementation is already written over here for most of them. So here you see the entry and other things are there. Now here you need to write one logic over here is o1 dot, you have to get that particular get key first, and then you have to compare it. So you will have to compare to that particular using the comparable over here. So you have to just compare it with what, the o2 dot get key. So if you compare this, you will be able to sort this in this particular order of this particular string over here. So that is what based on the key actually. Okay, so once you have this, you can actually have the implementation written over here. That is, we'll sort this. We'll actually now try to print this. Let me try to print this. Okay, sorted. Okay, now here what I will do, I will take a for loop over here. Okay, here actually I will try to write a map over here, map.entry. Now here, as we already taken the string and then the integer over here, we'll take similarly that as well as an entry. I will iterate to those entries. So sorted entries, whatever we have, we are going to iterate one by one over there. Now here what we will do, we'll try to print those particular key over here. That is sorted or not, you will be able to understand here. Let's take the sorted key. Okay, now here I will try to take the entry dot key. Now here I have to write a plus over here, then as I wanted the value as well, so I would be writing the sorted value here, and then again I'm going to go to the entry and get the value over here. So here is what actually the whole program, how it is going to look like. Now let me try to run this and see what would be the output. Now you will see these are all sorted in the apple, banana, grapes, orange and promo, that is pomegranate. Now you see these are all in the sorted order. So I hope I was able to explain you clearly how to take the approach of this and solve this using the normal Java or Java 8 features. We'll also try to check, like, if you have this particular implementation done with the Java 8 approach. This is a normal way which I have implemented, because many times the interviewer asks you to write a pseudo code or the logic. So you will be only interested with that. He doesn't want that particular Java 8 or Java, pre-Java features. So if this your video was helpful, please share it with the needy people. Also, for more such video, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get videos notifications whenever I upload new videos. So thank you for watching.